Leo, good day. How you doing? You could be from Timmy. You could be called Tim or Mallet, okay? Or you could be from Australia. Anyway, how you doing, Leo? So please make sure you do me a favour. Smash that like button, please. And make sure that you watch the video through its entirety instead of clicking off. Really does help out the algorithm. And then maybe leave a comment. And then also, if you can, is watch another video straight after this one. That really helps out the algorithm too. So let's see. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. What have they got coming up? Or an Aquarian, or Life Path 8 if you want to watch it. Okay, deal in numerology. Let's see. Leo, what's going on with Leo this week, please? Leo. So, Four of Cups, uninterested dickhead, please stop contacting me. You're not listening. Why are you not listening? Why are you ignoring me? Okay, so someone could be boring or just ignoring someone. Okay, this is normally when someone keeps text messaging or asking someone and they just ignore the person. I've got other things to do. This is normally work, or I'm watching something, or a TV, or something like that, but this can also be working. It's like Piscean energy, but like I'm working. What are you doing? Working. Why are you not speaking? Because I'm working. Okay. Why are you not accepting my offer? Are you making an offer? What is your offer that you're making me? Okay. Are you making me close down? Are you ignoring me? Yeah. Why? Well, because you're acting silly. Okay, that's normally the Four of Cups, because it isn't making any sense of what it is that you're telling. You know, what it is that you're doing, you're not making any sense. That's why would I close down? Okay, if I'm not speaking to you, there's obviously a reason why I'm not. Okay, so it could be putting someone under pressure. Scorpio they don't like being pressured. So you got 4 Scorpio, maybe Aries, Life Path 4, but I don't like being ignored. Or the other way around, yeah, but I don't like being pressured. I don't like it when you keep trying to get my attention all the time and I've got other things to do. So I'm going to close down. If you keep doing it, I'm just going to close down even more. So you're not getting your own way. Oh, well, you're stubborn and arrogant. You don't never listen anyway. So you're at a standstill, more than likely not speaking to someone, okay, because of pressure. If someone's under pressure at work, okay, and they've got a lot of work to do, what are they doing? And you want to know, more than likely working here, because they're under pressure at work. Okay, so if you're kind of like, yeah, Steve, well, I'm watching and I'm under pressure at work, so's the other person. You're both under pressure. Okay, could be Vanilla. What was his name? Freddie Mercury, and the Starman. Could be dealing with an Aquarian or Leo. Another one. Let's see, Leo this week, please. So you got the devil in disguise. So it's a very toxic relationship. Someone's being forced to close down Luke Skywalker, or being forced to close down, okay, because it's toxic. That's why people do it. It's normally when communication goes completely sour, or Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Cassano, but like when the communication is broke down and someone's kind of like, you ain't making any sense. Like, you do not make any sense at all. It's obviously, you're obviously playing mind games. You're obviously trying to provoke me, okay? This is a provoking energy, okay? Because it's the devil. It's trying to implant things into people's heads that it's okay when it's not okay. So it's kind of like this where you're just implanting things into my head. You're making me believe that it's my fault. Okay, this can be where you're acting like a child. Yeah, but you keep treating me like one. Don't treat me like a child. I'm an adult. You keep provoking me to do things. So you're not going to get my attention that way. That's why I'm not giving you any attention, because you need it all the time. So if you're going to provoke me to do things that are stupid, then I'm not going to. So people close down physically, mentally, and emotionally. They cut off the energy of the devil. They stop listening to the devil. Okay, so they stop listening. Might be a Capricorn or a Gemini, maybe. Let's see. Leo, what's Leo got coming up, please? Leo. 7 of Cups, yeah. So, Jesus. The devil with the 7 of Cups. Some of you are in complete and utter cuckoo land, I'm just saying here. Metaphysically connected to someone of a long time ago that you've not even seen their face or spoke to them, like, possibly don't even know them. This is equivotably and utterly metaphysically obsessed about someone. How long has this been going on here? Like, how long has someone been obsessed metaphysically with just cuckoo cloud, like up in cloud 9, okay? Clouds of vapor, Okay, Clayton, Clacton on C. Someone like down south, like London. Erica. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Is someone gone to heaven in a little rowboat? Clap, clap. That's the number 6. Okay. So, would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would you know my name even if I... What? Do you not even know my name? Like I said, man, there could be someone that's got an obsession over someone and they don't even know the person. This came up in the last reading that I just did as I started going through Patreon of Capricorn. Capricorn, but don't forget I read in numerology. Capricorn, Gemini, 6s, life path 6s. It can, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, doesn't matter where. Leos, you can watch Aquarian reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, doesn't matter where. Okay. It came up where it was something like someone doesn't even know the person, like they haven't even seen the person's face, like they're just hiding their face. It's kind of like just making someone believe that there is something there that actually isn't. Okay. So it could be like paranoia, schizophrenia, but like catfishing, even catfishing, and like, you know, I've got a feeling for someone that, and I'm not even saying that I have that, but how do you know if you haven't even seen the person's face? Like, how can you have a connection with someone if you haven't seen their face? Face race, Rachel, you're right, face race. But like, I've got a connection. I mean, like, you know, even if you've got a connection here that you're trying to get out of, what are you trying to get away from? Thoughts, obsessive thinking. Leo. This is where the milk turns sour very quickly here. Like, it could even be a new person. Okay, they suddenly got like a huge attachment to someone and just latched on to their energy, like, like anybody, just like, fuck, I don't care who it is, I just want a soulmate. Like, I don't care who you are or what you are, I just want to, you know. Let's see. Leo. Donkey. Capricorn. No motivation, no speaking, no talking. 5 of Swords, I don't blame you. Here, someone's playing a serious, or serious Sam, a serious amount of mind games here. Like, and I mean seriously playing a lot of mind games. This is where communication, I have to hold it a bit weird like this, because if I do it up here, it goes black. Sirius Black. Harry Potter. Could be playing Harry Potter. Comes out in 5 days, I think, here. If you're a PS5 fan. Hogwarts, right, here. But it might be someone's dick or something, I don't know. Someone fantasizing about someone's dick or something. But, like, you know, you like, this is like, why would I even bother talking to you, like, when you're like that? Like, it's kind of, okay, then you don't speak to me, I don't speak to you. You've put me in timeout, I'll put you in timeout too. I mean, is it a child or someone that's just acting like really childishly? Because, like I said, if someone's playing a lot of mind games, communication's going to be like, what? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why do you do that? Why do you say that? Or why do you not say that? Or like, because it can be like intimidating. Not saying what I really want or what I don't want, and not saying anything, but then coming across as if, like, hold on a minute, why couldn't you have just said that in the first place that you wanted something? Okay, yeah, well, I didn't want to because I don't have the confidence to actually speak up and say what I want. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that then? What do you think, I'm psychic? Even if I'm psychic, I still don't know what the hell you want. So it's kind of like, yeah, well, I want your attention. Yeah, but why can't you ask in the first place and say, okay, I want you to, I don't know, come over. Okay, I want you to come over tonight. I don't want you to come over tonight. So instead of saying any of those, I just won't say anything at all and just expect that you know what I'm thinking and saying and acting when I'm not actually saying anything. That's like a form of, like, people can get this when they've got literally no confidence. A person that has no confidence can come up as intimidating, because if they want it, if they really want it, but they have no confidence, if you're connected to that person, the other person's going to think, why are you not making a move? Why are you not doing something? Why are you doing that? Because the person's kind of like, oh no, Sorry, Leos, but some Leos can do that, like, because they're like a feral cat that's kind of like intimidated, feels intimidated, but comes across as intimidating by not actually speaking up and having the confidence to do so. Okay, but then when you do, you come across all wrong, and you're like, no, you got me wrong. Like, I meant this, and you're like, no, you didn't. You're like, you what? Like, and it comes across as like gibberish, like, you know, playing mind games by not speaking, not saying what I wanted in the first place, not having the confidence to say what I want and what I don't want. Okay, but then it's kind of like, but then by the time I do, I have a go. Okay, and you're kind of like, well, that's not how to get my attention, is it? Why couldn't you just ask me in the first place instead of acting like that? Why couldn't you just say what you wanted? Why don't you do something? Okay, yeah, well, I want everybody to do it for me. Well, you've got to do it yourself. I can't do it. Okay, I can't make you speak or make you do this or make you do that. If I did, I'd be controlling if I was trying to make you do something. I'm not trying to make you do anything that you don't want to do. Okay, so I mean, does someone want to be controlled here? Who wants to be controlled, right? Here. Feels like that message is more of a feeling and a thought that someone's having here of like, man, you're like manipulating the situation and baiting me into an argument. Bait could be fish bait, could be catfishing, or it could actually be a fish, Piscean involved somewhere. But like, you know, you're doing nothing but like provoking me and baiting me into this argument when I told you for a start I don't like arguing. I mean, I can't stand arguing. As soon as someone starts arguing, I close down. I have 3 placements of Scorpio. So I just close down. Phone's off, everything's off. Stop listening. Just not bothered. Okay. But then you get the blame for not being bothered. So then you're kind of like, but you're playing fucking mind games. I know you're doing it. Right? So someone here, because of the amount of like confusion that someone's got of provoking a person into an argument, it means it can start off like very minor. Okay, it could be an argument about nothing. Like, it can literally be about, well, I told you that cold potatoes are hot. No, they're not. I was always told that they were cold. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You just told me that cold potatoes are cold, right? No, I said they're hot. What? Man, y'all, you know, and you kind of like, I know you're doing it and you're kind of doing this, but why do you constantly provoke me into an argument when it's over nothing? Like, it's literally over nothing. Like, because it's a minor card. Like I said, a minor is either a major card or it's a minor, but compared to it, it could be something that started off as an argument that was extremely minor, but it ends up being an extremely major performance that someone ends up putting on it. I'm going to act like a child then because I didn't get my own way. And you go like, well, fuck me, I'm not your mother or your father, unless this is. But I'm not your mother or your father. I can't do that for you. I'm supposed to be your partner. Like, I can't do that. Like, this is normally, men get this a lot, right? Well, you're a man, right? You're supposed to be able to fix a door when you're not a carpenter. But I don't know what I'm doing about. I haven't got the right tools to do that. I didn't go to college to learn how to fix a door. How am I supposed to do that? Well, you're a man. What? Well, you're supposed to cook and clean. You're a woman. What? Well, you don't like that when I tell you that. Am I supposed to do this if you don't do that, right? Don't tell me. Okay, I will. Okay, then. Get in the kitchen and do your job. What? So what makes you any different than me? I can't do this for you, and you can't do that for me. So what do we have to do? Do it separately. The name Lee, Lisa, Laura, Lucy. But do it separately. You do you, I do me. Okay? I'll do myself and you do yourself if it comes down to sex. Right? But like this like mind game of like where someone tries to provoke a Scorpio, realizing that the Scorpio isn't changing their way and they're doing nothing but what they want to. And because you won't do what I want you to do, I believe that adding more pressure to you is the way forward, when that's wrong. That isn't the way forward. Okay, So the more I try, the more I fail. The more we try to communicate, the more that we realise that you're on planet Mars and I'm on Earth. What on earth is going on with your Mars? So you go to the planetary action of like Mars. Okay, mine's in Gemini. Okay, I'm too intelligent to sit here listening to this bullshit. Okay, that maybe have Mars in Sagittarius or Taurus, maybe. I don't know. But like, I cannot be doing with like lack of attention and like boring conversations that are not like, because it's probably coming across as a little bit like, but if you've got someone that's like way too intelligent in order to argue, okay, they're kind of like, oh, this is so childish. It is so childish. Like, I'm not going to argue. I'm not, because it's about a 5 of swords. It's got to be childish. What's the point? So I'm not going to argue over a fucking glass being a cup. Like, why am I going to do that? You didn't wash up. I'm not going to argue about that. It's really not worth my time and effort. So it annoys the other person because they won't argue with them. They won't have an argument. They won't. So believe you me, man, in my life, I've had people that have had a go at me in life for being so calm. They've looked at me and like, why are you so calm? What the fuck? What? Really? Honest to God, you're so calm. Yeah, I know, because I'm a very calming person. What is it that annoys you about me being really calm? Why is it that I can think straight without having to listen to this? Oh, well, you know, you're not supposed to be able to do things without me. I can do it myself, thank you. Okay, so you get the other ones like, oh, okay, well, I'll do it myself then. If you can do that yourself, I'll do this myself. Okay, be selfish. Well, I could be a fish. So I am. I'm going to put me first instead of you. Okay, so it annoys the person then because they're not actually making a move. So after this argument, when communication stops and it ceases to exist, this person here does nothing but then analyse the argument and then thinks about the other person. Thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks that it's possibly the other person's fault. So they continue to think even more and they use their brain instead of, because their ego's bruised, hurt, wound up, frustrated, had enough, can't be bothered, lack of motivation, lack of attention. Okay, I need attention from someone that might have attention deficit. I'm not, just because people have attention deficit, it might mean, okay, now you're just playing that card, right? It's no problem playing that card. Why are you not paying attention to me? It's obviously because you're mentally ill. You don't obviously pay attention. No, I have paid attention. Trust me, I'm listening. Okay, and what I'm getting is that you're just childish. I don't like listening to that. Well, why listen then? Because it's the truth. Does it hurt? Or, you know, what does it do? Okay, can you handle that truth if I was to tell you anyway? And say that you're really annoying me because I know you're doing it. But then the other person could lie and say, no, I'm not. You know, you are. Right? Here. Do people know what, like, narcissism really is? Do they know what narcissism really is? Okay, what was the film that I watched last night that will give you a good aspect of what narcissism was? God, it's on Netflix. I forget. It's got, oh, God, I forget what her name is now. I don't know. She's got a husband and they're really rich and they go to this lake house and it's all cold. And he demands her and they sit at a table, okay, eating food. And he orders the food for her. And she says, I don't want that. He says, yes, you do. I'll have 2 of those. Okay. And then the waitress asks, what drinks would you want? And he says, I'm having 2 of those. And she's looking at him as if to say, I can order my own drink. And it's like, no, you're not. You're having one of those. Okay. And he would take control over everything, like everything. That's a serious narcissist. Okay. You know, not letting a person do or say what they want to do. You know, if you try to control a person to be who they want to be, individual to their own, if you try to stop them from doing that, that's controlling them. Controlling them from working, not working, talking, not talking, talking too much, talking too little, trying to control the outcome of what I want. Okay. Even thinking, well, you don't never give me anything can be unsatisfied, ungrateful for what I do. Okay. Let's see. So you get Aries. Aries or Scorpio, life path 4s. Underneath, could have like a huge problem with a person here if you've got like a chart of mine. If you are a rising, well, if you've got 3 placements of Scorpio and Aries, I've got 3 of these and 3 of these, right? But if you've got this in a rising, okay, and you have a mother or a father that has a life path 4, and you have like, you know, Scorpio rising, you'll clash like the Titans here. You will clash like the Titans. Because, like, I've said this so many times in different readings as well, but I have to be honest, okay? Here, there's a Taurus rising, okay? Taurus North Node. But Scorpio, which life path 4, puts them at Scorpio and Taurus. Their life path number added to their rising or north is the same, like Taurus, Scorpio, they're opposite. So they go towards a Taurus rising, go towards a Taurus North Node, but they go towards the energy of 4, which puts them at Aries Scorpio. It's the same as the Taurus, right? So if you, that's fucking mismatched, like missing the point, like just like someone could be that like masculine of having like life path 5, Sagittarius, Taurus, life path 4, Scorpio, like, oh, like, like just no way in or out, like can't get in, can't get out, can't breathe, can't think straight, can't do anything because I'm told and shouted at and fucking had a go at constantly all the time. It's like this house. Okay, after that, who wants to put up with that in a relationship? Anybody? Okay, so if someone is constantly getting it in the ear hole from their mother, their father, their love partner, the last thing they want is to be dealing with this with a child or a childish relationship. Because everywhere do I go, left, right, forward and centre, is everybody bitching and moaning and complaining that life is so difficult and so hard when I can't do that for you. If I get that at home or at work and then I come home and then I have you to deal with, you know, and you get this standoff of like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Because you got very stable energy, but you also have very unstable energy. People that are not mixing with like, because everybody's like, I just want a stable man or a stable woman. Trust me, when you get them, you get some people that are not even grateful that they have someone stable in their life. Okay, right, I've got like £1,000 million house and I'm still ungrateful. I can't believe. You're like, my God, when you actually sit back and like think what you do actually have, right? Yeah. I'm grateful every single day I wake up. Yeah. Let's see, Leo. There you are, Leo. It's kind of like having a spasmatic moment here, Leo, like you guys normally do sometimes. Sorry, but like, I mean, like I said, man, you can look at this either way. I have to put myself in the bracket. 3 placements of this, 3 placements of Scorpio, right? This isn't actually me, but I have an Aquarian in my chart, so it's an 8, right? So it could be yourselves or an Aquarian, a Scorpio or an Aries, right? But it would be roughly these numbers, okay? So what I'm getting through this message is that it's a very strong connection, but it's also a very strong dynamic that someone strongly believes in other things that the other person believes in. Okay, your belief system isn't on the same page. Okay, you believe in, I don't know, sex before marriage, and I don't. You believe in this, I don't. I have the opposite effect to what you do. Whatever you believe in, I believe in the opposite. I believe in a thing called love. Well, I believe in the darkness. Okay, didn't they sing that? Yeah. But I believe in music. Okay, I don't like music. Oh, God. Do you know, like you could have someone that every time you talk to them or speak to them, everything that you've got in common, there really isn't anything in common. Like you're just like common people like Jarvis Cocker and Cockfrost. You got nothing in common. But then if you've got a circumstance where sometimes you've got nothing in common, but then you do, and you run out of things to say, It could be because you're spending too much time with one another that you run out of things to say. You're kind of like, well, I've really got nothing to say at the moment. There's nothing going on that's any different than what it was, so we need a break. Okay, we physically need time apart from one another instead of smothering each other all the time, mothering each other all the time, being with each other all of the time. Sometimes you need to do fog on the time. Okay, is all mine or mine. Gascoigne, do a Gascoigne, right? Okay, go to the drink like Gascoigne did. Okay, or stop drinking or something like that, I don't know. Stop doing drugs and alcohol or... But, yeah. Leo, Six of Swords. So you've kind of got this calm, well, the storm, and then the calm comes, right? You've got like this weathering the storm and weathering someone's like title fight of Mayweather. Okay, and I've got to like tackle the weather. So it might be where it's freezing outside. Like, I know, like I can't think or straight or do anything because it's freezing and I've got to weather the storm. Okay, so I don't know, some of you might be walking in the weather and it's cold. And then you rely on this person to be the one that picks you up here because you're walking in the cold. But has anybody asked this energy here? Because I'm hearing, well, I'm going to have to weather the storm, which means I pull down all the hatches and God knows what else because it's really cold. So is it money that's frustrating you? The fact that someone can't afford to pay their bills because it's so cold, but they can't put the electric on. Okay. So I'm frustrated. I'm fed up. But this is where blame comes if you're not living together, which is you have more money and you own your own company. And we went through this in another reading, okay, which was Capricorn, which is still sort of like a Gemini reading, where I said that you work too much, you work too little. You get too much money, I don't get enough. I have to pay more than you pay. Excuse me. I have to pay for more stuff than what you have to pay. You don't have to pay anything. You live at home. You live in a mortgage rent-free house. I don't. I have to pay more rent than you do. I have to do this, but I have to rely on you to do that. So you want this and I want that, and at times I need you for things, but then I don't need you for things, then I do need you for things, and then I want to be independent, but then I'm also codependent on you when I really want to be independent, and then I can't because I need you, but then can't ask you how to do that because I want to be able to do it myself. You see, it's like this very confusing, like, but I thought you wanted to do it all yourself, your own way. I thought that's what you wanted to do. I do, but I need you for the... Oh, so you do need me for something. Okay, so why didn't you just ask? Well, I want to be independent. You are independent. You're doing it yourself. You wanted to be independent, right? Well, yeah, but I need some help. So hold on a minute. That's like, you do need me then. Well, yeah, sometimes, but not all the time. Just whenever it is I need you for something. Well, isn't that using me then? You're just using me for whenever it is that you want me for something. It could even be sex. You just use me for sex and then you go. Okay. Or you use me for this and then you don't. And then you do want me and then you don't. It doesn't make a real lot of sense, really. But if that does make sense to you and you're kind of like, really, that really does make a hell of a lot of sense what's going on with me, well, then you might want to join my Patreon, or maybe if the join button is below open, you can join that too. So it goes to Patreon like it normally does, okay? Please make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button, Leo. But if you want to go over to Patreon, Patreon is where it is, but you'll need the silver or gold tier. You've got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of readings all over there, and that's where they're all going. And I might stop doing so many over here and just stick to Patreon, because YouTube's going down, so I'm just going to stick with the money. But I'm also applied to YouTube to let me open up the join button, but it says 24 hours before I hear anything back. So if by the time this is out and you see that little join button underneath that says, do you want to join? What I'm trying to do is see how much that is, where they're going to take tax from me, because they're charging me a hell of a lot of tax because I'm from the UK. So if it works out right, I'm going to give it a go. Some people can't join Patreon because they lose their email or they can't remember their bank details or it's whatever. So if you're on YouTube, you don't really have to go to any other app or anything else. You just join with your account on YouTube. So it makes it a lot easier for people. You get like stickers, emojis, and God knows what else. I'll probably do private one-to-one live readings for people that have just joined, but I'll tell everybody about that when it's open. I'll try and make a separate video. But if it is open and you do want to join, I'm going to try and put all of the videos, the teaching stuff and everything all into one place so you have access to it. Okay, it just depends how it goes. It's brand new, but I don't know if they're going to grant me access today or maybe tomorrow. But you have two choices, Patreon or the join button below. We're going to see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to continue on your reading and you want to go over to Patreon or maybe the join button below, I'll see you over there.